Um, Hello, everyone out there. Cassandra Maki, continuing with my little kitten girlfriend. Oh, and if you just joined, you're welcome. Glad you made it here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And as always, remember that the most important character of the story is you, the reader. Well, let's continue, shall we? Get lost. We stood in front of the blocked passageway, staring in dismay at the rocks. Don't worry, Talisha. I'll get us out of here. I have no idea what I can do to save us. This is completely hopeless. We're doomed. We should be able to dig our way out. I'm sure it's not bad as it looks. Talisha's attempting to move some rocks. Talisha, look out! She jumped back in time to avoid another rock fall. It's far too dangerous to try and dig our way out of here. We're going to need dynamite or something. Okay. Do you happen to have any on you? Yes, I carry dangerous explosives everywhere I go. Hey, no need to be sarcastic. Sorry, I'm just stressed. What if we're trapped in these caves forever? We won't be. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Let's give one last shot. Maybe if we work together, we'll move those rocks. Okay. Alright, let's get started with the rocks over there. It doesn't look too big. You take that side and I'll take this side. Lift 1, 3, 2, 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter how hard we tried. We couldn't move the rocks. That's it. We're stuck here forever. There is another option. What? I could take you back to my village. I'm sure the mayor would be able to help you get some home. Do you really think he will? After everything you told me about how humans have been persecuting your people? Why would he want to do something like that for me? Don't worry, I'll explain how nice you've been to me. I'll persuade him to get you home. I hope Talisha's right. Those cat people sound like they could be dangerous. Come on, follow me. I can't wait to show you where I live. Here we are. This is my home. Your village is lovely. It's being in the netherworld. What a stupid thing for me to say. I am in another world. It's very different from your world, home. I did enjoy living in the city with you, though. So much to see and do. This is beautiful, though. You're surrounded by the countryside on all sides. It's completely different in a way of life. Maybe I could persuade you to stay for a while then? I'd love to stay with you, but I've got to get back to my job. I can't risk getting sacked. Aren't you owed some vacation? A bit, but I can't just walk out of my responsibilities without warning. What responsibilities? You don't have to look after a cat anymore, remember? That's true. Look, once I manage to get home, I'll arrange some time off and then I'll come and visit. Really? Really, anyway, I'll be able to relax and enjoy myself if I'm not worried about my job. That sounds like a plan. Oh, look, Frankie's out there. She should know where the mayor is. Frankie! Hey, Frankie! She waved at her friend who came over to see us. Frankie, this is my friend Litten. He's the one who I stayed with when I was trapped in the human world. Hi, nice to meet you. Talicia's told us all about a lot of good things about you. Thanks. That's nice to know. Wow, Frankie's gorgeous. Talicia's was right when she said the women here were beautiful. Ding! Do you know where the mayor is? I need to ask him to help get Litten home. I saw him out walking with Hannah earlier, but he should be home by now. Have you tried his house? Not yet. I was showing Litten around the village first. I'll come with you. I need to talk to Hannah anyway. The three of us set off to the mayor's house together. The mayor's house is massive. I wish I lived somewhere as big as this. He doesn't live here on his own anyway. Who needs a place to stay anyways? Welcome here. The mayor is very generous. Yes, Litten, could you stay here as long as you like? You know, if you decide not to go home, Talicia seems to be really wanting me to stay. It's so weird that someone as beautiful as her would be interested in me. Well, let's see if the mayor can get me home before we think about that. Talicia knocks on the door. A moment later, a young woman answers. Hi, Talicia, Frankie, and who's this? He's new to the village. This is Litten. He's a human I was staying with in the city. Oh yes, the really sweet guy who fed you lots of tuna. It's lovely to meet you. It's lovely to meet you too. Talia seems to have everyone about me. I wish I knew more about her friends. Anyone who looked after Talicia the way you did is always welcome in our village. Thanks. Hannah is really pretty. Come inside and I'll introduce you to my father. He'll want to meet you. Good. We were hoping he could help with a little problem. We trooped into the mayor's study, and he looked up from his paperwork and smiled spreading across his face when he saw his daughter. Hannah, and you brought all your friends and a stranger. His face darkens a little when he sees me. This isn't a stranger, Mayor Aruji. This is Litten, the human who looked after me when I was on my reconciliation mission. I see. And what is he doing here? Talicia blushed. I took him into the cavern because I wanted to thank him for looking after me, but there was a rock fall, and now he's trapped here. You took him into the caverns, and you told him all about us? What are you thinking? I'm sorry, Mayor June, but Litten isn't like the other humans. We can trust him. We can't trust any human, Talicia. You know that. Hey, don't be mean to Talicia. She was only doing what she thought was right. Maybe, but she should know better than to reveal the location of our village to a human. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell anyone you're here. I don't think I could find it though. The cave's tunnels away. They do form one of the natural defense is protecting us. Even so, that hasn't stopped humans from attacking us. Well, I wouldn't attack you. I'm not like that. I told you, Litten is one of the good guys. Besides, I'm not interested in taking over your village. I just want to go home. Very well. I suppose it's in all our best interest to get you back to where you came from as soon as possible. I take it you checked for alternate routes through the tunnels? Yes, we went through all the tunnels. The way back to Litten's world is completely blocked. We'll have to blast our way through. I was hoping you'd have some dynamite we could use. We do not have dynamite in our world. Such things are outlawed here. Great! What kind of backwater have I ended up in? However, we do have a special kind of grass unique to a particular area in our mountain ranges. Hooray! You have unique grass that'll save the day. Now, who's been sarcastic? Sorry! When I said a special type of grass, I meant it most of the time. It's just like any ordinary grass, but treat it properly and boom! You're kidding me! You have the grass that explodes? We do, but if I let you gather some, you have to promise not to tell anyone. We're under enough pressure from the unscrumptious humans as it is, not having to deal with them wanting to steal our plants as well. Don't worry, I won't breathe a word about anything I've seen in the cat world. Very well, Celicia, take Litten to the wise woman who lives in the foothill of the mountain. She'll be able to tell you where to find the grass. Yes, Mayor Andrew. She turned to leave. And Talisha. Yes, Mayor Andrew. If Litten here should break his word, I can rely on you to deal with him. Of course. What does he mean, deal with me? That doesn't sound good. Hello, anyone home? Who's there? It's me, Talisha. I've been sent here by the mayor. Ah, Talisha, good to see you. It's been too long. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I've been on a mission for the mayor. Who's this young man with you? I don't recall seeing him around before. This is Litten. He's the human I stayed with when I was away. A human, Is that right? The wise woman comes up and sniffs me just like a cat. Hey, keep your distance! Haven't you ever heard of personal space? He smells like he's a decent sort of chap. Still, you want to be careful around him. You can never trust a human. Litten's okay. He's not like the others. I'm surprised that the mayor is letting him stay here in the village. Not exactly. In fact, that's why I'm here. The way back to Litten's home has been blocked off. We need some of the explosive grass to clear the tunnel. And the mayor sent you to me to help you find it? Exactly. Could you tell us where to go? Of course. But I need to warn you before showing you the way. Warn us about what? I'll take it. It will take you a few hours to reach the spot where the grass grows, but you'll need to be there and back before nightfall. Why? Because if the temperature drops too far too quickly, the grass will explode, and it will be a much bigger explosion than the one you face in the tunnels. Okay, so we'll find a shelter for the night. Those explosions can trigger avalanches. There won't be anywhere you can hide if the mountain falls on top of you. Great! Why do I feel like things are going from bad to worse? Fine, we'll be quick then. Rebecca laughs. You do that if I were you. I'll wait until tomorrow morning to leave. Thanks for the advice. We'll bear it in mind. Now, if you could tell us how to get the grass. It's very easy. There's a path behind my hut. I've hidden it with magic to make it impossible for a human to find. I'll remove the spell so you can see it. All you have to do is follow it to the top of the mountain. The grass is very easy to find. It's purple. Thank you, Rebecca. We really appreciate your help. Don't thank me if the mountain blows up on you. Tell ya, and I left the wise woman. So, what about you? What would you like to do? Shall we risk going up the mountain now, or shall we head back to my place and gather supplies? You're inviting me back to your place? I'd love to spend the night with you there. I was hoping you'd say that. It's far too late in the day. It's to start climbing a mountain. Anyway, I want to spend some more time with you. We headed back to the village, to Alicia's home, took me to her home, a small house on the outskirts of town. Ta-da! This is it, home sweet home. It's lovely! Although Talicia's home was small, it was tastefully decorated. Would you like me to make you some dinner? You must be starving. You're right, I am. It's been hours since I've had anything to eat. I've got some tuna, fish, sausages. She grinned at me and let me know she was just joking. Seriously though, would you like eggs and bacon or pork chops? I love some pork chops. Pork chops it is then. She quickly gathers together everything she needs to prepare the food. Baby potatoes with mint, okay? Or will you okay to go with your pork chops? That would be amazing. You really are spoiling me. I want to show you that our village is a nice place to be. I know the mayor and Rebecca were suspicious of you, but once they get to know you, they'll like you as much as I do. It's okay. I understand where they're coming from. It's hard to trust a human when you've been attacked multiple times. And that's one of the reasons why I like you so much. You're always so good at seeing the best in people. Stop it! You're making me blush. The kitchen filled with mouth-watering swells as Talicia cooks the food not long after we sat down to eat. This tastes amazing. You make me feel bad for giving you tuna straight out of the can. Don't feel bad. Sometimes it's the simple things in life that are the best. Or the breast. She reaches out to put a hand over mine. I know, I keep saying this, but I really appreciate the way you looked after me. You could tell a lot about a man by the way he treats animals. I squeeze her hand in return. The more I see of you, the more I like you. You are so brave, not afraid of anything. Oh, I'm afraid of plenty of things. Like what? Like spiders and heights and dogs. Wait, you're afraid of heights? That's right. I know I'm a cat person, but you'll never find me climbing up a tree. I'd be too afraid to get stuck up there. And yet you're going to climb a massive mountain with me? That is what I mean, Talisha. This is what makes you so incredible. There's nothing I wouldn't do for the people I care about. This is all so intense. Who'd have thought I'd end up having dinner with a beautiful woman just because I took in a stray cat? When we managed to open up the way back to my home, you have to let me cook you dinner in return. A proper dinner, okay? It's a date. When I finish eating, I sit back, a satisfied smile on my face. I feel ready to climb the mountain now. Good. I think we should get an early night though. We're going to need all the energy for the ascent. Agreed. After all the ascent is excitement, I feel like I could sleep for a week. You're going to make do with a few hours. We need to leave first thing in the morning, remember? All right, but there's a problem. Huh? I hope it's nothing serious. I've gotten only one bed. Ah! Would you like to share it with me? That would be great if it's okay with you. As if I could say no to sharing a bed with her. Betty's! I wouldn't have offended if it wasn't. The smile she gives me could have it lit up the room. This is my bedroom, just like the rest of her house. Her bedroom was small and beautiful laid out. Come and lie down with me. We laid down together, and I pulled my arm around her. Pennies! I want to kiss you so much right now. Then kiss me. My lips meet hers, and I feel butterflies in my stomach. Mwah! Good night, Litten. She closed her eyes and snuggled into me. We fall asleep in each other's arms as the birds sing and greet the dawn, waking us up It was time for us to travel up the path to the exploding grass. Come on, Litten. Last one up the mountain is a rotten egg. Well, I must be a green egg then. She turns and starts running and laughing, and I chase after her. Pennies! Slow down, it's not fair. You're a cat. You're much faster than me. Ha ha, you're just a sore loser. Oh, you want to see a sore loser? Fine. Or maybe I know that we've got a long way to go and we should save our energy for when we climb up gets difficult. Spoil sport. She pouts and slows down. We walk into the grass. We walk for hours, but there are still no signs of purple grass we could use to blast through the tunnel. How much longer do we have to go? I don't know. Rebecca said just had to follow the path and we'd get there eventually. I guess she didn't take into account that humans are slower than cats. I think we ought to find somewhere to camp for the night. We don't want to risk being caught up in the avalanche. You're right. It's going to get cold tonight. I can tell by the way the air smells. Let's build a shelter where we can sleep together. Good idea. We can keep each other warm. You gather some ferns and moss while I get some branches we can use to insulate the inside of the shelter for the extra warmth. The two of us gather together everything we need to build a shelter. Okay, let's prop up the branches against each other and build a flame. Like this. Talisha laughs at the branches. As the branches I try to stand or fell immediately to the ground. Here, let me do it. I stood back and watched as she definitely builds a teepee-like shelter. Is there anything you don't do well? Let me think. Nope. This woman is amazing. I never met anyone like her. Pennies! Now we have to pack the leaves and moss inside to keep ourselves warm. I handed her everything I found, and soon we had a perfect little shelter to spend the night in. All right, Litten, let's try this thing out. She climbed into the shelter and I scrambled in after her. Pennies! It's very snug in here, isn't it? It's big enough and that's all that matters. I pat my arm around her. Pennies! Enjoying the feeling of her pennies lying next to me. Your eyes are stunning. I've never seen colors like it. Thank you. You really are beautiful, you know. I ran the back of my hand down her cheek. She closed her eyes, purring. How do you do that? Do what? Purr. It's so strange. I almost forgot you were a cat until you do that. And I forget that you were a human. It must be weird not to be able to purr. I guess so. I never thought it would be like that. I guess it's weird for both of us. I never thought I'd be halfway up a mountain spending the night with a human. She nestles into my arms, lightly running her fingertips over my thighs. Do you think we'll find the grass tomorrow? We're bound to. If Rebecca thought we could do the journey in one day, it can't be far now. What if we're not far enough away from it? She warned us not to spend the night near the grass. If the temperature drops suddenly, it explodes and causes an avalanche. And you said it was getting to be cold tonight. Are we going to be safe with just a few branches protecting us? Did anyone ever tell you you worry too much? She pulled me closer and kissed me. I feel like I should be worried about the avalanche, but all I could think about is kissing Talisha. At last, we stopped kissing. But for better now. You always know how to make me feel better. Good. She bit her lip and choosing her words carefully. I thought long and hard about telling you who I really am. I never would have brought you here if I knew you were going to be trapped. Of course, I did love it if you wanted to stay in the world with me, but I want that to be your choice because you're stuck here. Are we getting stuck here? Well, hopefully I won't be stuck here for much longer. How much grass do you think we'll need to clear the tunnel? I'm not sure. A few handfuls, perhaps? Is that all? No wonder Rebecca warned us about the avalanche. Aren't you worried about the whole field of the stuff bringing down the mountain on top of us? Look, Rebecca loves scaring people with her tall tales. I'm sure we'll be perfectly safe here, but if you're starting to worry again... She kisses me into silence. And at last, we broke apart. I could do that all night. Me too, but I suppose we ought to get some rest. We've got some climbing to the rest of the mountain, remember? And get back down again. I guess we ought to settle down for the night then. Talisha smiled and the disappointed expression on my face. That doesn't mean we're never going to kiss again, you know. It's just that we need rest if we've got any chance of getting you home. You're right. Make yourself comfortable. I adjust my position so that we could fall asleep in each other's arms. For all the danger surrounding us, I wouldn't be anywhere else right now. Did you hear that? Hear what? The rumbling sound like... We look at each other in horror. An avalanche! Watch out, Litten. There are rocks heading straight toward us. Will Talisha and Litten survive the avalanche? Will the avalanche block the way to the exploding grass? Alright everyone, I'm calling this the end of the episode. If y'all like the video, I want y'all to punch that like button in the face like a boss and high fives all around. Oh, and if you just joined, you're welcome. Glad you made it here and I hope you enjoy your stay. And always remember that the most important character of the story is you, the reader. Cassandra Monkey, out!